Hi there, Capricorn. Welcome to I Alone Fly Tarot. I'm going to set the camera down for a minute and I'll be picking it back up as soon as I get the cards out. But I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Capricorn energy. We're going to read it from a couple different perspectives because people have free will. Some people harness high vibe Capricorn energy. Some people harness a more worldly focused Capricorn energy because that's what they're think the point of life is. And some people harness a much more shadowy Capricorn energy, and it could be all about being selfish and greedy and self-centered and egotistical. High vibe Capricorns are focused on love and justice and fairness and balance and believing in their dreams. And then the people that are kind of still caught up in the illusion of the world, they think the purpose of life is about money and materialism and status and image, which, we've all got to put work and effort into having stability and security, and we'd all like to enjoy the finer things in life. But is that what defines us? Some people it does. So let's go see what's going on in Capricorn energy. The reason for your reading is the Ten of Pentacles, which is Virgo energy. And over here, we have people have a dream and they're moving forward with their dream. What is their truth? What do they think is just and fair? Is it money and materialism and status and image? Or in their Virgo nature, have they gone within to gain insight and wisdom about the truth? That the truth is about moving forward in truth and love. If I'm not loving myself and believing in myself, how is my dream going to come into reality? When the Six of Swords moves away from the Five of Swords, I have mental conflict. What am I going to do when I have mental conflict in my foundation? What is my truth? Do I move forward in ego and fear and insecurity and my way or the highway? Shadowy areas can be it's my wants, my needs, my lust, my greed, my pride, my ego, my image. Is that their truth? Or is it that they harness high vibe Aries, high vibe Aquarius, high vibe Libra? Are they balanced within themselves? Have they offset their fearful, insecure, prideful, egotistical nature with love? That's the truth. When they have mental conflict, they had wanted a dream to come into reality, but the job or the workplace or the family dynamic that they've been dealing with is causing them a lot of mental conflict. Are they willing to speak their truth and say, I have a dream and I'm going to take action based on my dream, and I want long-term, emotionally fulfilling relationships with other people who are truthful and honest and just and fair and insightful, who move forward in the energy of love? Or am I going to keep moving forward with people in my life who might be bossy and controlling and self-centered? Or are they going to be that way? Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Four of Pentacles because of the Queen of Swords. Have we dealt with people like this in a foundation before, in our friend group, family groups, workplaces, romantic relationships? Have we had people move away from us because, they had a different dream? They choose to live more from their mind than their heart. They're more invested in being a fool, being selfish, being greedy. How do they harness their Capricorn energy? Is their Capricorn energy about looking like a shining star in the world? Being a fool for the world? Is it all about repeating old patterns of the past, being defensive, to looking at life differently, stepping outside societal norms or the illusion of the world to believe in your dreams? Some people hold back from believing in their dreams because it would require them to have to step outside of societal norms, and that can be scary. I'm going to go pursue the job and go pursue friendships and stuff with people who really motivate and inspire me, that I love. Well, if some people were to do that, there might be other people that will be defensive to them if they do that because they live their life like this. You're supposed to live life the way we live our life. We're supposed to move forward and making our life about conforming to the world You're supposed to live more from your mind than your heart. It isn't about love. It's about having stability and security and image and status. And if you go live your life differently, we're going to be mad at you because you believed in your dreams. You took a leap of faith, and none of us took a leap of faith. We're all repeating the same old patterns. Yes, we feel betrayed because we held back from believing in our dreams and we settled for less than we deserved. Why are you taking a leap of faith to believe in yourself? Let's go see what this card over here that isn't showing itself. Some of you have known people that, shadowy Capricorn is represented by the devil, which can be people who are immature, are lazy, don't want to grow and mature themselves, are maybe prideful and egotistical, think they are the smartest bulbs in the box, and if they say this is how people are supposed to live their life, they refuse to look at life any differently. And if they think life is all about money and materialism or presenting a certain image and a status, and you give up on your dreams so that people view you like a shining star in the world, that's the most important thing, well, they could think that you're a fool for believing in love. When they have mental conflict, they take action out of pride and ego and fear and insecurity and immaturity, self-centeredness. And if you were in a relationship with some people like that, you felt betrayed by them. And even though you would have liked to invested in taking a leap of faith and having a long-term foundation with them, you realized you couldn't because you have different dreams. They're a fool for the world. And high vibe Capricorn is people who put work and effort into freeing themselves from their mind, from their egoic nature, from their self-centered, it has to be all about me nature and my wants and my needs and my lust and my greed. They've seen life from a higher perspective. They're connected in with their emotions and their intuition. And they're holding back from people who could be emotionally cold and detached, who take foolish risks in a relationship. We're either being truthful and honest and just and fair and loving in a relationship, or people think, I don't know if I want to do that. I could get hurt doing that. And I've been hurt and betrayed before. So I think I know better. I'm going to take a risk to hold back from the people in my life who would like me to move forward with them in a dream, in a foundation, that want me to be truthful and honest and just and fair and bold and brave and creative. And I'm going to take a risk to turn my back on them and hold back from them. And I bet they'll feel betrayed. And I bet it'll cause them a lot of mental conflict. Because they know it causes them a lot of mental conflict when people do that. People probably have done that before in their life. They probably had grown up with people maybe who were kind of bossy and controlling. It's my way or the highway. This is how we're supposed to live our life. We're supposed to present this certain image in the world, and we're supposed to look like we're shining stars in the world and we've got it all. You're not supposed to believe in yourself and listen to your intuition. You're supposed to keep doing things the way we do it. And you're supposed to live a more worldly focused life and get in relationships to make you look like a shining star and take jobs that make you look very successful. And it doesn't matter if it's something you love or people you love. You're just supposed to be practical and logical. And if there's people you can get in a relationship or a job that you can take that makes it look like you have it all and like your dreams have come into reality, it's all about how other people view you. And that could be the type of people they grew up with, or just how they view the world. And because they have never been willing to take a leap of faith to hold back from those ways of thinking or people in their life to stand up for themselves and their foundation, to live their authentic life and live their dream life, they didn't think you would stand up for yourself either. But the difference between the people who harness high vibe Capricorn energy and the people who harness a more worldly, kind of caught up in the illusion of the world, because we either move forward in truth and love, or we're moving forward in illusion. And we're not seeing the truth. And our fear and our insecurity and our pride and our ego and our lust and our greed is clouding our judgment. And, life's all about learning lessons. And we'll keep repeating a same pattern of way of living our life until kind of like it's no longer fulfilling for us. And we have seen life from a different perspective. And we start to think, is this really my dream? Is this what I really want to keep investing in? And that's what you did, is you took some time to consider, is this my dream? Is this really what I want to keep investing in? Is this what I'm going to keep repeating, this pattern, moving forward in my life, viewing life a certain way, thinking certain ways about myself that aren't loving and compassionate and forgiving and encouraging and loving to myself? And am I moving forward with other people who are being loving and compassionate? And are they loving and compassionate to themselves? And have they released the past? And are they moving forward being bold and brave and confident? Or do they want me to give up on my dreams to defend them and being a fool for them and investing in something, maybe because of the status and the image or whatever, the money, the power? Is that my dream? The difference, what they didn't know about you, is that you harness this energy in a high vibe way, and they harness that energy in a shadowy way. The Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is Leo energy. They don't want you to know that they operate more from pride and ego, and they try to manipulate people into doing what they want. Because we're either being truthful and honest and loving in a relationship, or we're trying to manipulate people to do what we want. And that could be their truth. That's how they could view life. They also could reject harnessing high vibe Leo energy, connecting in with their emotions. The feminines in tarot could talk about our emotional state. So it doesn't matter if they're male or female. They reject connecting in with their emotions and listening to their intuition and being more bold and brave and confident in the world, to let their light shine, to be their authentic self in the world. They hide behind their ego. I kind of sometimes look at the King of Swords, which is Libra energy. And people don't have to be a Libra, but we all harness Libra energy. And I sometimes view King of Swords as like a person's inner narcissist. We must protect ourselves. We could get hurt out there in the world. We have inner conflict about being our authentic self in the world and shining our light. We have inner conflict about believing in our dreams. Other people might not like that we're authentic in the world, that we're loving and nurturing and believe in ourselves. Because there's a lot of people in the world who don't like people who are like that. Because they're confined and restricted by all the things of the world. And, shadowy Capricorn being represented by the devil is people who are caught up in their fear and their insecurity and their competitive nature and their envy and their jealousy and their vengefulness. And, I've been betrayed before. How dare you? Why aren't you feeling betrayed like me? I've moved forward in relationships. I thought my dream was going to come into reality. I had a dream. I moved forward in it. I thought I was going to get the justice I deserved. And then I was betrayed because the person and people I was moving forward with in my life acted foolishly and maybe stubborn and prideful and egotistical. And they held back from me and I felt betrayed. Well, and then they don't like that other people in the world have healed from that and that they've moved on. Why don't you feel betrayed like I feel betrayed? Why aren't you in your ego about it, that other people hurt you and betrayed you? That you dealt with other people who are immature or selfish or stubborn or greedy or bossy or controlling. We've all dealt with people who are like that. The difference is that when that happens in our life, what do we do when we have mental conflict about a dream that we thought was going to come into reality? When we got in relationships with people and we thought we were going to have this long-term, stable, nurturing, supportive friendship, workplace, romantic relationship, family, and it didn't work out. Well, some people stay right back here. I feel betrayed. And if they harness shadowy Aquarius energy of the Queen of Swords, it could be, I'm going to hold back from being bold and brave and confident and believing in my dreams anymore. I'm maybe going to make my life more about money and materialism and status and image. I'm going to hold back from being my authentic self in the world because I got hurt before. I've been betrayed. I'm going to be logical and practical. I'm going to live more from my mind than my heart. And if there's someone else who maybe feels betrayed that I could go get in a relationship with, who might hold on to me because of their fear and their insecurity, and maybe because of money and materialism and a want for stability and security, then that's the kind of people I'm going to go get in a relationship with. And they could have thought, if you harness your Leo energy differently, both people, if you move forward in a relationship, could feel betrayed because they thought you had fear and insecurity of loving and believing in yourself. Because high vibe Leo is, Leo's also represented by the sun. It's like, I try to shed light on my fears and my insecurities and my self-limiting beliefs. I don't like lugging all this shit around. I don't like staying in an energy of feeling betrayed. I want to wrap my brain around my own inner conflict about things that have happened in my past. And it's love that helps us heal. And Leo energy being represented by the sun, which kind of represents life-giving energy. I choose to offer love to myself. And I also choose to be enlightened to the truth about people from my past. I see that some people might have felt a need to be bossy and controlling because of their own issues. I know that other people in my life who maybe were harsh or critical or bossy or controlling or immature or materialistic or selfish or greedy got caught up in the illusions of the world or their own fear or their own ego or their own illusions about what it means to be in a relationship. And maybe they weren't very enlightened, and they were living more from their ego than a place of love, and getting to a place of love, means that you got to go through some life experiences. And it's just, am I going to keep believing in my dreams, or am I going to be afraid of being warm and giving and authentic and loving with people because I've been betrayed before? And the fact that you could have moved forward with people in relationship and they thought you'd move forward with them staying in this energy, that you would not love yourself and believe in yourself to heal from your inner conflicts of the past and your self-limiting beliefs, and that you'd keep staying in a relationship and maybe making your life more about looking like a shining star in the world and staying in a job or relationship because of the money or the image or the status, the security, the stability. Well, the whole thing that could have been different was that when you were moving forward in a relationship, your whole view and philosophy of life was different than theirs. You might be someone who looks at life from a higher perspective, and you're someone who invests in taking more bold, brave, creative action in your life when you feel like holding back, because you don't want to hold back from believing in yourself and having hope and faith and belief. And so you do this work within yourself to not be harsh and critical with yourself, to not keep staying in a place of mental conflict. You offer love to yourself to heal from those things so that you can keep moving forward to get like your divine inheritance, to feel truly abundant within yourself, wanting to be in truly abundant relationships with other people who've done that inner work to heal, because the Ten of Pentacles is Virgo energy, and that's, people who've gone within and done the inner work. I have mental conflict. Am I willing to see the truth? I might have viewed the world a certain way. There might have been people in my past that I wish had moved forward with me in an energy of love, but maybe they've been hurt. Maybe they're not willing to be vulnerable. Maybe they're not willing to look at life differently. Maybe they've given up on their dreams. Well, am I going to give up on my dreams? Or am I going to keep investing in taking a leap of faith to believe in my dreams? And if there's people in my life that are defensive to me doing that, and living my authentic life, and loving myself, and believing in myself, and healing from my past mental conflict because they never have, well, then I might have to hold back from investing. Because we go from the Seven of Pentacles down to the Four of Pentacles, letting go of a Three of Pentacles, and that has to do with these two energies, which the Fool card can be, have people learn some of the same lessons that you've learned in life? Or are they needing to go repeat some patterns to learn those lessons that you've learned? Maybe you've had more life experience than other people, and they haven't learned those lessons. Their truth could be, it's all about money and materialism and status and image. It's all about, shadowy Virgo is the long-term goal, is the status, the image, the money, the materialism. So people look at us like we're a shining star. For some of them, they're very egotistical and self-centered, and they think other people, everybody else should put aside their pride and ego, but not them. We got to listen to our intuition about what is people's dream. Is their dream to be selfish and greedy, to be foolish, to be all about themselves? It's their wants, their needs, their lusts, their greed, their pride, their ego, all about them? Is that their dream relationship? Is that how they want to live their life? Well, that might not have been your dream. Your dream might not have been to make your life all about them and indulging their self-centeredness. But some people, that's their truth. It's all about them. They're the boss. They might think there is no higher purpose to living on this planet. It's all about the world. There is no higher truth or justice. Some people in their Libra energy, which we all harness, think there is no higher truth or justice to aspire to. It is all about looking like a shining star in the world. It is all about them. It's not about treating other people the way you want to be treated. It's about trying to get people to either indulge you in a relationship, because it's all about you. It's kind of like they're an adult who's still a very self-centered, egotistical, like 5 to 8-year-old who still think everything in the world revolves around them. Or they're very materialistic, and it's all about image and status and money and materialism, and looking so people look up to and admire them. Not because that they're loving and just and fair and act with character and integrity. It's because of the image and stability and security they've created in the world. People aren't supposed to be authentic and believe in themselves and love themselves. So what they didn't know about you is that you love and believe in yourself, and you believe in your dreams. And again, some people are in much more shadowy Capricorn energy, and they harness shadowy Leo energy, which is about trying to manipulate and control people. And they could have thought that if they move forward with you, if they invested in being kind of emotionally cold and defensive and would hold back from you, that you would keep focusing your attention on them. You could be a very loving, warm person, and loving and warm people put in a lot of work and effort to try to make a relationship work. And they're like, that's perfect. I'm going to kind of keep investing and kind of being emotionally detached from you, and you're going to keep putting all this work and effort because you want to hold on to me and this family or this dynamic, and you really want the dream to come into reality, and you're going to keep putting work and effort, that works for me. You keep trying to make this relationship work. And it's kind of like, you put in work and effort, and I'm going to indulge myself and my ego in it. I'm going to indulge in my wants and my needs and my lust and my greed. So long as it looks good for them and it has the stability and the security and all those good things that they want, then that works for them. But they're defensive to taking a leap of faith and holding back from maybe their own harsh inner critical voice to be authentic and loving and warm. And eventually, you saw the truth that my dream is not going to come into reality with this person. I'm the one putting in work and effort. I'm the one who has hope and faith and belief. I'm the one who's trying to motivate and inspire people to look at life from a higher perspective, to love themselves, believe in themselves, be more bold and brave and confident. Well, there comes a point in time where we have to realize that if the other people aren't willing to let go of that old foundation of the Three of Pentacles to invest more into their more loving, intuitive nature and start putting in work and effort to see life from a higher perspective. You know, how long do we keep putting in work and effort hoping somebody is willing to get out of their defensive nature? You know, that can be our egoic nature too. I'm emotionally defensive. I've been hurt before. It's like, okay, everybody's been hurt before. Some people maybe, you know, obviously to different degrees. But you realize eventually you needed to hold back from this person, that you couldn't keep working together with them in a foundation. And then we go from the 4 to the 10. You realized and felt betrayed because your dream wasn't going to come into reality with this person, because this person was hiding from you that they're not willing to be authentic, open, warm, vulnerable, loving. They were hiding from you that they operate more from pride and ego, and maybe their inner narcissists, which is to protect their more emotionally vulnerable nature at all costs. And they could have felt betrayed because you're not living life the way they live life, and you don't have the same fears and insecurities and maybe materialistic view of life, and aren't willing to stay in a relationship because of the image and the status and the money. And they would certainly probably stay in a relationship for those reasons. And they feel betrayed that you love and believe in yourself, and you're not in your ego, like they're in their ego. And what they didn't know about you is that you offer yourself love, that when you have mental conflict, you take creative, inspired action to maintain balance within yourself, to not tip into your fear, your insecurities, and wanting to be in just, fair relationships. You know, we can get in relationships with people where it's out of balance, but we're enabling people in their poor behavior. We could be used to being in relationships where we enable people in their poor behavior. Oh, you're bossy and controlling. Yeah, I'm used to that. I'm used to loving people like that. I'll keep indulging you. You know? And it got to be where you saw the truth that I can't stay here because I have a lot of mental conflict about what I think is just and fair and what you think is just and fair. And I've seen the truth that I need to move away, and I need to invest in taking a leap of faith, and I need to hold back from some people who are defensive to investing in taking a leap of faith and going on a new journey, maybe detaching from some old ways of being that they cling to, and this old way of viewing relationships or families or their view of life in the world. And if they're not willing to look at life from a higher perspective and be more bold and brave and confident and maybe more authentic and vulnerable in the world, then I need to hold back from these people because I have a dream. And they could have also been thinking in the relationship with you that they didn't want to be in a relationship with you anymore either, because you do look at life from a higher perspective and you're not a fool and you're not willing to enable them in their poor behavior. And they might want to get in a relationship with someone who doesn't love and believe in themselves, who might hide from the world that they have a lot of mental conflict and that they're kind of in their pride and ego and might have their fears and insecurities, and we've all been there. And they might communicate with that person. Maybe someone who in their life had lost someone in their life who kind of was a life-giving person in their life, and that person now had mental conflict because they had had a dream and they moved forward, and then something happened where they felt betrayed, and now they have mental conflict, and this person's like, I think I want to move forward with people like that. People who I think secretly might have some fears and insecurities or haven't learned to love and believe in themselves, and who might be willing to take a risk to get in a relationship with me because they want to look like they're victorious, that their dreams come into reality, because they might have some fears about moving forward and believing in themselves that they can manifest their dream into reality. And if I communicate with them, maybe they'll come back and get in a relationship with me. Some of you could have been in a relationship where it seemed like everybody was doing everything great, but someone else kind of didn't like that you and the people that you were in a friendship or relationship with seemed to have your dreams coming into reality. And they could have communicated with someone that, hey, I think instead you should come back and invest in me. Hold back from those people you're in a relationship with. Be defensive to those people. I might have money. You should come back here and get in a relationship. And that person's like, let's see. Well, right now I might have 7 pentacles, but you have 10, which 10 is like, gee, you've kind of got more than plenty. You got what everybody in the world would want. And some people decided, yep, I'm going to hold back from the loving, bold, brave, confident, intuitive, committed, loyal, dedicated people I'm in a relationship with, because I really am kind of a fool for money. And I'm going to be defensive and everything, trying to get the people I'm in a relationship with to hold back from me and to feel betrayed, so that eventually they'll move on, so that I can go get in a relationship with this person who has money, because I've decided I don't want to be bold and brave and confident and loving and warm. They might think love is optional. I have mental conflict about being that way anyway. I'm kind of more aligned with my worldly nature. And I have a dream of having all those things, and they think they could do that. So, for some people had a dream of making their life about money and materialism. Some of those people right now are moving forward with their plan. There is someone they could invest in. It might be someone who might feel betrayed because a different relationship didn't work out, who's willing to take a leap of faith to get in a relationship with them because they have some fears and insecurities, or they're kind of materialistically driven, or they're maybe kind of codependent. And it would make them both look like a shining star in the world, like their dreams have come into reality, and look at us, What they could be hiding from people, though, is that they still haven't healed. It's a shallow victory is what the 5 of Swords talks about, because it's not like truthful and honest and authentic. Some of the people who were in shadowy energy before and people moved away from them, those people were mad that those people loved and believed in themselves. So they decided, I'm going to go take a risk to go get in a relationship with someone else who might feel betrayed because I want a shallow victory. Well, they don't think it's a shallow victory, but it really was a shallow victory because they weren't showing the world that the whole reason they could have even gotten in that relationship was because I'm mad. I'm in my ego. I only got in that relationship because of my ego. I only got in that relationship because other people in my life loved and believed in myself and believed in their dreams, and I'm mad at them. And I want to cause them mental conflict. I want to try to get them in so much mental conflict, they're no more in the energy of love. And maybe they'll hold back from believing in their dream, and maybe they'll come back and be willing to get back in a relationship with me and do the relationship my way, where I'm the boss. And it's all about my wants and my needs and my lust and my greed, male or female. So shadowy people try to manipulate people into being in their fear and their insecurity and their codependency and their pride and their ego to not love and believe in themselves because they don't want to do the relationship in a just and fair and open and honest and authentic, loving way. They get hurt doing that. They want people to do a relationship the way they want to do it, where they're kind of the center of attention. Everybody else puts aside their pride and ego, but not them. But because you don't love and believe in yourself and you have fear about believing in your dreams and moving forward, you'll just keep staying and investing in a relationship with me because by worldly standards, it looks like we got it all. And you high vibe people who saw the truth of that kind of situation and moved away from those type of people, you want to invest in people who don't want to repeat those same old patterns, who want to go on a new journey. Other people who've seen life from a higher perspective. So the shadowy people probably harness, shadowy Virgo, shadowy Aquarius, shadowy Aries, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn. And you want to be in a relationship with people who've gained insight and wisdom, who've seen the truth that life is about being free and getting over your past pain and heartbreak and self-limiting beliefs, to be willing to be open to love again, to being warm and authentic and vulnerable, to not give up on your dreams, to get out of your ego because you've offered love to yourself, to change. The fives in tarot talk about change. You've changed. You have looked at life from a higher perspective. You have learned to love and believe in yourself. And that's what the other people probably can't figure out in your life, is because they could think that everybody's just putting on a social mask. Like, look how wonderful I am. Look how great my life is. Blah, 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 blah. And they think everybody is just trying to out strategize other people. What kind of move can I make? And what kind of people can I invest in? And what blah, blah, blah to make me look this way? Well, that would be living a life of strategy, living more from your mind than your heart. You're actually listening to your intuition to guide you, and truth and love to guide you on what you invest in. You might have communicated to some people, maybe an Aries, or someone who you think harnesses Aries energy, someone who you think is more bold and brave and confident, to see if they would be willing to invest in a new beginning with you. Right now, you could be waiting to see, and right now, some of those people could have mental conflict. Maybe they've been kind of hiding. Maybe they've been in relationships and they've been kind of hiding their authentic nature, that they are more bold and brave and confident. Or maybe they've been in a relationship because more out of fear or codependency or ego or money or whatever, are they going to stay in that? Are they going to be bold and brave? It doesn't really matter if they hold back from you or not, if they come towards you or not. Either way, if they hold back from you, you see the truth. Oh, I thought you were maybe more bold and brave and confident, or I just thought we had the same dream. If not, that's okay. Or they will come towards you, and I think you'll talk about, and you won't rush into something. You'll take time to get to know each other and build a foundation to find out if you're on the same page, and if you both have the same dream, and if you're both willing to, kind of get out of your more egoic nature and egoic view of the world to believe in your dreams. If they don't come towards you, it doesn't really matter either, because you're not going to be in your ego about it. Okay, everybody is where they're at. Everybody has invested in what they've invested in. People want to hold on to what they want to hold on to. If people are in loving, just, fair, truthful, honest relationships, of course, they shouldn't go get in a relationship with someone else, If they want to, I guess I don't really see it here, so I can't say that. But if they're not ready to take a leap of faith and love, okay. You're not going to let other people hold you back from your dreams coming into reality. And again, it might really confuse people about how you keep moving forward. But what they don't realize about you is you're aligned with loving energy. I have hope and faith and belief in my dreams. I trust that if things aren't working out in my life the way I thought they should work out in my ego, then God must have a different plan for me. And I'm not going to get up in my head about it. I'm going to keep maintaining my balance and keep moving forward in truth and love and looking at life from a higher perspective. And I'm going to hold back from getting in my ego and feeling defensive and betrayed or whatever. There's always going to be negative energy. And it's kind of like the forces of high vibe energy and low vibe energy. If you were to look at life as a game, that you could have come down here, and it's like you're going to have to battle the forces that are for you and the energies that are against you in a way, and the ones that are on the same page. It's kind of like going with the flow, and the people who aren't in the flow of life that are going to try to stop you and cause you all this mental conflict and make you stay more focused on the past, and the people that were defensive to moving forward with you. And you have to just go with the flow, that it's like, you know what? If you're defensive to moving forward, I wish you peace. I trust that the divine has a plan, and I want my divine inheritance. And it isn't to try to keep moving forward with other people who aren't on the same page as me, don't have the same dream as me, who might have their own ideas. We all got different dreams. If you're not on the same page, I'm okay with that. I believe the divine has a plan for my life, and I believe I'm going to get my divine inheritance, and I'm not going to get it. The Five of Swords, you could look at it more like I've healed from past pain and heartbreak. And in truth, I am defending my foundation and my future. And I'm not going to let people who are prideful and egotistical and manipulative and controlling or selfish or greedy or whatever, immature, in my future. I'm going to listen to my intuition as I move forward about who is authentic and warm and loving and just and fair, who sees life from a higher perspective. And those are the people that I will let into my foundation and move forward with, not people who aren't in that energy. So there you go, Capricorn. I wish you peace, love, and joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.